Hello and welcome to another iVP SmartClip tutorial. Today we're going to take a look at the Path tool. The Path tool can be found in the 2D view right over here and can be activated by either pressing on its icon or clicking the P button on your keyboard. Once activated, a small path icon will follow your cursor, showing that you are in path mode. To create a path, left-click anywhere on the 2D or 3D panel, like so. A small circle marks the initial point, and as you move your mouse, a line connects it to the cursor. You can straighten the line by simply holding down the Shift button on your keyboard. Left-click to add another point. As you create the path, each line and corner will show its length or angle, like so. To finish the path, press either Enter or double-click the last point. Once done, the path is saved as a permanent object that you can adjust or delete in the hierarchy panel. You can also always cancel path creation by pressing the Escape key. This lets you measure distances or angles quickly without making a permanent path. You can now edit your completed path in the following ways. To add a new point to a line, right-click on the line and select the Add Point option. To delete a point, right-click on it and choose the Delete option, or select it and press the Delete button on your keyboard. Points can be moved individually to adjust your path to your liking by simply dragging and dropping them with your mouse, like so. This can be done in the 2D view and in the 3D view. Right-click on the path to show or hide the edge lengths, angles, and area of information using the measurement options point in the drop-down menu. Alternatively, these options can be changed via the measurement options in the property panels on the right side. You can also adjust the distance between existing points by selecting a point and changing either the distance to previous point or distance to next point options by altering the numerical value manually. As you can see, it'll change in real time. You can also edit the angles of a path. The angle is measured between the global y-axis and the line between the selected point and its previous or next point. The blue line that gets displayed when a point is selected serves as a visual indicator for the global y-axis. So example, I would change the y-axis with the angle to the previous line. I would go here and change it to, let's say, 55 degrees, and you can see the angle is changed in accordance with the global y-axis displayed by the blue line. We hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. It is possible to convert your path into a ground marking, enabling you to highlight specific areas with color coding, which will be visible in the 2D and 3D panel. To do so, simply change the path's type to ground marking in the Properties panel right over here. Besides the regular path options, you will also have the option to change the ground marking's line width, alignment, gap size, and its color. Line width determines the width of the ground marking's outer and inner lines, like so. As you can see, it changes in real time. The alignment option adjusts the alignment of the ground marking's inner and outer lines to center, inside, and outside. Center is the standard option, and the marking is aligned to the drawn path with its center. The yellow lines are positioned parallel to each other with the drawn path situated between them. Inside, the marking is inside the drawn path. The outer line is identical to the originally drawn line. The opposite is true for the outside option. The marking is outside the drawn path. The inner line is identical to the drawn line. The gap option can be adjusted by changing the numerical value manually. As you can see, it increases the gap between the originally drawn line and the marking. And to change its color, simply click on the color and you will have presets and a slider that you can adjust to your liking. Your completed path can be converted into a fence by changing its type to fence via the measurement options. Alternatively, you can right-click on the path and convert it into a fence using the Convert Path option at the bottom. The fence has the same measurement options as the path, with additional fence-specific options to enable or disable the fence, change its height, or change its material. You can also enable or disable parts of the fence by right-clicking on the path in the 2D or 3D panel and deselecting the fence option. This can be undone by, again, right-clicking on the path and selecting the fence option. It is possible to add different modules to fences, which will automatically adapt when the fence changes in length or direction. To add a module, right-click on the path in the 2D or 3D panel and choose Place Module from the appearing menu. Then select the door, pass-through, fence, or light barrier option. We're going with the door option for this example. Added modules can be anchored to the right or left side of the fence. The position of the module can be adjusted by manually changing the numerical value in the Properties window. For example, if the position is set to 5.5 meters and anchored to the right side, then that is where the door will be displayed. We can also do it for the left side. Let's change again to 5 meters. As you can see, the door will adjust itself. You can also change the position manually by dragging and dropping the module. You can also change the width of the module, as well as change its type after it's been placed. For example, we can go ahead and change it to a light barrier. You can also change the model of the door. As an example, we can change it into a sliding door. Added modules can be deleted by right-clicking on them and selecting delete, or by simply pressing the delete button on your keyboard.